So get this. Sometimes the internet throws us a curveball so wild you have to double-check it's not satire. Donald J. Trump, the man known for his larger-than-life rallies, golden towers, and headline-grabbing tweets, is officially a 9th Dan black belt in Taekwondo. Yes, you heard that right. The highest level possible, basically the PhD of kicking, reserved for true masters of the art. But before you start picturing him doing spinning kicks in the Oval Office or breaking boards between meetings, let's clarify, this isn't quite what it seems. The story of Trump's black belt is stranger than fiction, a wild mix of politics, ceremony, and a martial art suddenly caught in a bizarre global news cycle. Did Trump train for years, sweating through grueling sessions, breaking boards, and earning every stripe the hard way? Or is this more like getting an honorary degree, something handed out for status, not sweat? The idea of Trump as a martial arts master set the internet ablaze, sparking laughter, memes, heated debates, and a whole lot of confusion. The news dropped in late 2021, and for a moment everyone paused. Wait, what? Is this for real? On one side you have Taekwondo, a martial art built on discipline, respect, and years of relentless practice. On the other you have Trump, not exactly famous for his love of cardio or for breaking a sweat outside the campaign trail. So how did the 45th president of the United States end up with Taekwondo's highest honor, a rank that takes most people decades to achieve? The answer? A special visit, a symbolic gift, and a whole lot of public relations strategy. Martial arts organizations sometimes use these grand gestures to build relationships, gain publicity, and put their sport in the global spotlight. Whether it's good for the sport or just a publicity stunt, that's where the real debate begins, and it's a conversation that's far from over. The ceremony took place at Mar-a-Lago, Donald Trump's opulent Florida resort, an estate famous for its gilded halls, sprawling lawns, and a reputation for hosting the rich and powerful. Imagine Versailles, but with palm trees swaying outside and the Atlantic breeze drifting through the air. The setting was pure spectacle, a blend of old-world grandeur and modern American excess. In November 2021, Lee Dong-sup, president of Kukiwon, the world headquarters of Taekwondo, flew in from South Korea, accompanied by a delegation of Taekwondo officials. Kukiwon is often called the Vatican of Taekwondo. It's the global authority, setting the standards, preserving the art's traditions, and awarding black belts to practitioners around the world. Lee wasn't there for a sparring match. He came to present Trump with an honorary 9th Dan black belt, the highest rank, along with a crisp Taekwondo uniform, in a carefully choreographed ceremony. Trump, dressed in his trademark suit, grinned for the cameras, holding the belt aloft like a kid with a new toy, clearly relishing the moment and the attention. He called it a tremendous honor, praising Taekwondo as a magnificent martial art that teaches discipline, respect, and strength. Values he said the world could use more of. But behind the smiles and handshakes, the real reason for the event was goodwill and international promotion. Kukiwon wanted Trump's help to raise Taekwondo's profile in the United States, hoping his influence would open doors and spark new interest in the martial art. It's a classic global celebrity endorsement, betting that Trump's fame and media reach would get people talking and maybe even inspire a new generation to try Taekwondo. The belt itself is a symbol, not a certification of skill. It's a gesture, a sign of respect and friendship, rather than proof of martial prowess. By awarding it, Kukiwon signaled that they see Trump as an influential friend and potential ally in spreading Taekwondo's message. This is international cultural diplomacy in action. Gifts, photo ops, and the forging of relationships that cross borders and cultures. The gesture blends ancient martial tradition with modern public relations, all staged in a lavish Florida resort that's no stranger to spectacle. In the end, it's not about fighting, it's about building bridges, making headlines, and connecting cultures in unexpected ways, but it's also a gamble, one that got the world talking and put both Taekwondo and Mar-a-Lago in the global spotlight, if only for a moment. Let's clear up what Taekwondo actually is. It's more than just a martial art you might see in movies or at the Olympics. Taekwondo is a way of life for millions of people around the globe. It's a Korean martial art famous for its powerful lightning-fast kicks. Tae means foot, Kwon means fist, and Do means the way of. Together they represent the art of using both your hands and feet, guided by a strong philosophy. But Taekwondo is much more than just fighting or self-defense. It's about building character, showing respect to others, practicing self-control, and developing perseverance in the face of challenges. People of all ages and backgrounds practice it worldwide, From energetic kids to wise grandparents gathering in dojangs, Taekwondo schools, everywhere to learn and grow together. Taekwondo is also an Olympic sport, celebrated for its high-flying kicks, dynamic sparring, and disciplined forms called pumsai, which are patterns of movement that test both body and mind. Earning a black belt isn't easy. It takes years of dedicated training, countless hours of practice, and passing tough exams. That black belt is a symbol of real achievement and personal growth. The colored belt system marks each student's journey, with every new color representing a step forward, a new level of skill, and a deeper understanding of the art. At the very top, a 9th Dan black belt is reserved for grandmasters, those who have dedicated their entire lives to mastering and teaching Taekwondo, passing on their wisdom to future generations. That's why giving this honor as a gift is so controversial. It's not just a title. It represents decades of hard work, sacrifice, and commitment. While some believe honorary ranks can help promote the art, others feel it risks cheapening the blood, sweat, and tears real practitioners put in. Organizations like Kukiwon, the World Taekwondo headquarters, walk a fine line, spreading Taekwondo's message to new audiences while fiercely protecting its meaning and traditions. In the end, Taekwondo is about more than just kicks and punches. It's about sharing the way of the foot and the fist and its values with the world. So, do martial arts groups just hand out black belts? Well, sort of. But there's more to it than meets the eye. Awarding honorary black belts to public figures is a long tradition. Think presidents, royals, and celebrities from all over the world. It's a gesture of respect and a tool for cultural diplomacy, helping to build bridges between nations. Vladimir Putin, for example, also has an honorary 9th Dan in Taekwondo, despite not being a lifelong practitioner. The idea is simple. If a world leader accepts your belt, they become an ambassador for your sport and its values. But for serious martial artists, it's controversial and often sparks heated debate. A real black belt means years of sweat, discipline, and sacrifice, earned, not given. An honorary belt is just symbolic, no skill or actual training required at all. Some see it as smart promotion for the sport, others call it selling out tradition. Trump's black belt reignited this debate, so is it really an honor or just pure publicity? Spoiler: no, Trump has never trained in Taekwondo or any martial art. No dojangs, no tournaments, no board-breaking videos. His exercise is mostly golf and rallies. The black belt is 100% honorary, like an honorary doctorate. Kukiwon honored Trump as a former world leader, not a martial artist. The belt is a symbolic gift, not a sign of skill. Unlike Putin, who actually practices judo, Trump's connection to martial arts is this one ceremony. It's pure PR, a way to link Taekwondo with a famous name. For better or worse, it worked. Everyone noticed. So when you hear, Trump is a 9th Dan black belt, remember the giant asterisk. It's a title, not a reflection of ability. Martial arts and politics make a strange mix. Giving a black belt to a politician is all about symbolism, projecting strength and discipline. For martial arts groups, it's a way to gain favor and open doors for funding or events. It's soft power using culture, not weapons, to build relationships. But it's risky. If the politician is controversial, the sport can get dragged into political debates. That's what happened with Trump's black belt. Supporters saw respect, critics saw a PR stunt. The belt's meaning shifted from Taekwondo's values to arguments about Trump himself. These awards force martial arts to choose stay neutral or engage with politics to grow. There's no easy answer, and every case is different. The conversation becomes less about martial arts, more about the person wearing the belt, and that's why these gestures are always hotly debated. When news of Trump's black belt broke, the internet exploded with memes and jokes. Trump's face was pasted onto martial arts legends, and late-night hosts had a field day. But for many in the Taekwondo community, it wasn't funny. It felt like a slap in the face to those who earned their belts. Online forums lit up with debate smart promotion or a cheap stunt. The story shows how a symbol like a black belt can mean wildly different things. To a grandmaster, it's a life's work. To a politician, a symbol of strength. To the internet, meme gold. The truth: Trump is not a martial artist. The belt was a symbolic gift, not a reward for training. The real spirit of martial arts isn't in a belt. It's in discipline, respect, and self-improvement. Whether you're a grandmaster or a beginner, that's what matters. Awards and ceremonies are just noise. The belt is a symbol. The journey is what counts.